o'clock to help Katerina's Club and the charity that feeds all those kids. And tonight from 6 to 10 on the Tim Conway Show, he'll be at the Anaheim White House broadcasting. So please go to pastathon.com and see how you can help, and just hang out if you want at the Anaheim White House. Tomorrow, the Supreme Court is going to hear arguments in a very important case, Dobbs versus Jackson Women's Health Organization. And this is about the Mississippi law that the governor signed, and it's all about overturning Roe v. Wade. And this is Mississippi that passed the law, which the governor signed instantly, saying that no abortion is allowed after the 15th week of pregnancy, where in reality it really is the 13th week, because they go back to the first day of the menstrual period that was missed, and there's a little complication, but it's effectively 13 weeks. By the way, Texas just passed the law, as you know, the governor signed after 6 weeks before women even know they're pregnant for the most part, and making abortion illegal. So this case is the first case explicitly asking the court to overrule Roe since Justice Amy Coney Barrett's appointment. The Republicans, or the anti-abortion folks, have a supermajority on the court. And remember, this comes 3 months after the court allowed that Texas law to stay in place pending a full hearing, which has never happened after that. So are we going to hear, will the court come down, probably in June, with 5 words? Roe v. Wade is overruled. No. No. First of all, the decision is procedurally wrong, or procedurally improper if that was to happen. When the court announces it's going to give a case full briefing, oral arguments, etc., it announces which legal questions it's going to resolve in that case. And this is not about Roe v. Wade. It's whether all pre-viability prohibitions on abortions are unconstitutional. So that's the question. Are these laws, they don't overturn Roe v. Wade, they just make it impossible for a woman to have an abortion practically. For example, in 2016, Texas, there were architectural requirements on abortion clinics. In other words, an outpatient abortion clinic, which most of them are, had to have the same requirements as a hospital. Didn't have that for any other procedure. You could have gastric bypass, you could have knee surgery, joint replacements. Far more dangerous, far more implications or complications than abortion. But the Texas legislature said, okay, you have to have all of these requirements as to the facility. Oh yeah, no doctor can perform an abortion if the doctor does not have privileges at a hospital within 30 miles. Also, the woman has to be within 30 miles in terms of a hospital, just in case. I mean, it went on and on and on. So what it basically said was, we're going to make it so difficult to have an abortion, but still, Roe v. Wade is not going to be overturned. You're not going to hear right on. I mean, the court could do that, but I don't think you're going to hear it, because they don't have to worry about it. If they make it impossible and still give lip service to Roe v. Wade, they've done it all. So that's what you're going to see. You're going to see the court upholding every single restriction to make sure that a woman doesn't undergo an abortion or can't undergo an abortion. By the way, the Texas law is very interesting. It doesn't make it criminal. It stayed away from that. What it said was anybody can sue an abortion provider or an abortion abettor for $10,000. Statutorily, $10,000. Which means the taxi driver, the Uber driver delivering a woman to the hospital, the private ambulance company delivering a woman if the woman has serious complications. It's kind of crazy, but that's how they got around it. And will that be upheld? Of course it will be. I mean, it doesn't stop a woman from having an abortion. All it says is and by the way, she doesn't get sued. It's everybody around her who gets sued and gets hit with $10,000. Hey, you can still do it. but practically speaking, no one's going to do it. Doctor can go to jail for doing it. Hey, she can undergo an abortion. We'll put the doctors in jail. Well, but Roe v. Wade is still being upheld. That's the way they're going to do it. You're not going to see an overturn, at least I don't think so, of Roe v. Wade. You know why? Because the courts don't like overturning basic constitutional decisions that are made by a previous court. There's something called stare decisis. And what that means is the court lets stand in place decisions that were made. But it can easily, effectively overturn Roe v. Wade, especially with a Republican supermajority, with the death of Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who of course was abortion rights advocate, and Anthony Kennedy, who was a swing vote. There are no swing votes anymore. Now it's all conservative, supermajority conservative. Coming up, a California town has declared itself a constitutional republic. And we'll go through it a little bit. I mean, it's kind of stupid, but there's a point to it. And I'm going to share with you what the city council and the mayor of Oroville did and why they did it. It's a constitutional republic. Okay, what is a town of 2,000 people? Sure. This is KFI AM 640. Let's check in with Jennifer.
A mayor in the Bay Area has changed course when it comes to fighting crime.
Oakland Mayor Libby Schaaf says she wants to reverse planned cuts to police funding and instead push to hire more officers as soon as possible. She made the announcement yesterday after another weekend of fatal shootings in her city. 127 homicides have been reported in Oakland so far this year. Schaaf says she will ask the city council to reverse the plan to divert $18 million to diversion efforts. Deborah Mark, KFI News.
News is brought to you by Rooter Hero. Officials with the ports of LA and Long Beach have once again extended the deadline to remove cargo containers from docks and terminals. Companies now have until December 6th to remove their containers or face fees of up to $100 per container per day. Since the fees were announced on October 25th, there's been a 37% reduction in the number of containers at both ports combined. This is the third extension since the fees were announced. The House committee investigating the attack on the Capitol is set to vote on whether to hold a former Justice Department official in contempt of Congress.
For refusing to answer questions about what he did before and after the January 6th attack on the Capitol. That vote will be similar to what the House did with former Trump advisor Steve Bannon.
ABC's Andy Field says Jeffrey Clark worked for the Justice Department during the Trump administration. Clark allegedly helped push claims of election fraud to try and overturn the results of the 2020 election. The contempt vote is set for Wednesday. A member of New Zealand's parliament has given birth to her second child, and she got to the hospital Sunday by riding her bicycle. Julianne Gettner also pedaled to the hospital when she gave birth the first time around. And New York is taking steps to clear up hospital space ahead of a predicted spike in COVID-19 cases this winter.
Beginning on December 3rd, elective procedures at these short-staffed hospitals will cease, and we'll reassess that again January 15th.
Governor Kathy Hochul says COVID cases are already starting to increase in the state, and there are expected to be even more people as they return from their Thanksgiving travels. Hochul declared a state of emergency last week in an effort to get more resources to prepare for the winter surge. And a stop at a pub in northern England may have felt like forever to dozens of people who went to see an Oasis tribute band. The weather was bad Friday, but not enough people to keep Oasis off stage. As the band finished its set and people got ready to leave, officials said there was so much snow it wasn't safe to drive. So that night turned into 2 and then to 3. The pub's manager organized movies, a quiz night, and karaoke for the stranded customers. People were finally dug out yesterday. We're taking a look at your drive now. Low clouds. It looks like the fall that you're driving through.
Well, that's for sure. Most of the southern half of the basin. But boy, we just got over a really bad problem, and we can just barely see this because it's at the edge of the low clouds that cover most of the basin. But it's southbound 605 in between Beverly and Whittier. As I speak to you, all lanes have been shut down. Now, it's a rig fire still blazing away. Fire department just arrived here about 30 seconds ago. They're putting water on it real quick. A lot of white smoke coming up, but there's still a large fire going on between the cab and the box itself. So again, South 605, South Beverly, all lanes are shut down. Boy, southbound 605 just absolutely stopped. It's always busy, but coming down from the Pomona Freeway, I do mean stop. Using road speed in between the 6 and the I-5 right now is pretty good. Workman Mill on the other side of the 605. If you can get on the South 605 at Whittier, you're south of the problem and on your way. Oh boy, here's another fire engine pulling up right now. Yeah, we still got all lanes blocked here, southbound 605 and between Beverly and Whittier. Now coming out here, we had to look at the 60 going west from the 605. Towards East LA, that wasn't too bad at all. And around downtown Los Angeles, just kind of slow moving traffic. More on the 605 coming up. Injured in an accident, visit Superwoman, superlawyer.com. Jeff AFI in the sky.
Former Dodger free agent Corey Seager has signed with the Texas Rangers. It's a 10-year, $325 million deal. Pitching ace Max Scherzer went to the Mets. And rumors are swirling that Clayton Kershaw might join Seager with the Rangers if he doesn't stay in L.A. The three-way freeze gets underway at 7:30. The L.A. Kings host the Anaheim Ducks on the ice. L.A. couple of notches below Anaheim in the Pacific Division. You can listen to this matchup live through the iHeartRadio app. I'm Wayne Resnick, KFI Sports.
If you thought you missed the lowest mortgage rates in history, you're in luck because they're back. Mortgage rates are near historic lows again. So if you have a mortgage, refinance it and forget it. You'll never have to worry about refinancing again. Network Capital Funding is offering a low 15-year fixed rate at 1.75% with a 1.94 APR. Incredible! Network Capital has built a reputation for saving people time and money with our unique process that's fast, simple, and secure. Our 15-year fixed rate is 1.75% with a 1.94 APR. Now, second chances don't come often, and you may never see these rates again. So, refinance it and forget it. That's a 15-year fixed at 1.75%. Yes, 1.75% with a 1.94 APR. Call the experts at Network Capital now. Call 800-500-1-HIT. 800-500-1-HIT. As in home run. Call now and save big on your refi. 800-500-1-HIT. 800-500-1448. NMLS ID 11712. Not licensed in all states. Visit NMLSconsumeraccess.org. Licensed by the California Department of Financial Protection and Innovation under the Financing Law. Number 603-787. An equal opportunity lender. Rates subject to change and may not be available. Rate law. Discount points may apply. Subject to credit approval. Call 800-500-1448 for additional cost information.
SoCal weather from KFI, mostly sunny today. The mid to upper 60s at the beaches, mid-70s, low 80s for Metro LA and OC, low to mid-80s for the valleys and the IE. We lead local, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Jennifer Jones-Lee.
This is your moment to stand strong for your family because your loved one in the military stands strong for our country. Paid family leave can now provide military families with up to 8 weeks partial wage replacement to help arrange for child care while your loved one is deployed. To be there to dry tears, to be there to provide reassurances, and to be there for the moments that truly matter. This is your moment. Take it. To learn more, visit CaliforniaPaidFamilyLeave.com. Moments matter.
Before COVID-19, we used to worry whether our kids would make friends at school and learn new things. Now, we worry whether they'll be safe and how they will adapt to so many changes. No matter what your concerns are, CalHope can help with free emotional support resources. Call 833-317-4673 or live chat at calhope.org today.
I'm attorney Darren Kavanoki from 1-800-NO-CUFFS. Can you do the alphabet backwards? Z, Y, X, W, V. Yeah, try doing that by the side of the road. So if you get pulled over, don't wing it. Call us at 1-800-NO-CUFFS.
Termite problems? Search PacificCoastTermite.com or call 800-PACIFIC.
Help us provide more than 25,000 meals a week to kids in Southern California. Stop into any Smart and Final location to donate to the KFI Pasta-thon. KFI AM 640. More stimulating talk.
Good morning, Bill Handel here. It is a Tuesday morning, November 30th. Tonight, Pasta-thon. We continue on with helping the kids. Katarina's Club, Feed the Kids. Tim Conway Jr. is broadcasting from the Anaheim White House from 6 to 10 p.m. Go there, enjoy. By the way, have dinner there, too. It's a pretty phenomenal place to eat. Chef Bruno. Weird story that I want to share with you. It actually isn't. At first, it's ridiculous. This is Oroville, California. Small town, maybe 20,000 people. And the vice mayor, Scott Thompson, was so upset with the governor's mandate requiring school kids to be vaccinated. He said, that's it. Final straw. because Thompson believes the government has no right to tell him what to put into his or his children's bodies. And a lot of people in Oroville agree. So he's bitching and moaning and clearly disagrees with everything the government is doing. And that's, there are people that do that. Matter of fact, I think the strongest argument people have is the constitutionality. Although they're wrong, the government does have the ability to mandate, and this is the state. It says, yeah, we can do it, and that's been upheld by the Supreme Court back at the turn of the last century during a smallpox epidemic. So here's an argument. He says, okay, I don't think the government has the right to do that. Solid argument. Again, I think they're wrong. So what he did, what he helped do is create a ordinance where Oroville declared itself a constitutional republic. Here's the quote. Any executive orders issued by the state of California or by the United States federal government that are overreaching or clearly violate our constitutional protected rights will not be enforced by the city of Oroville against its citizens. Of course, that's ridiculous. A city doesn't have the right to say, we will interpret the Constitution. Forget about the courts. Forget about the governments. We'll make that decision. Well, of course. that's stupid on its face. But it's not that stupid because what he said, the desire here is dialogue. That's why we did this. Not to really declare ourselves a constitutional republic. Clearly, that's just dumb. But let's get the conversation started. And boy, did it work, because not only was the story of Oroville covered nationally, I'm doing a whole segment on it. I'm doing a whole segment basically to say he's got a point if he wants to start a dialogue. And I think a lot of people who have a problem with the mandate and with the vaccine in general have to separate themselves from the crazy folks. All the way from folks, the DNA, the government is taking our DNA crap, all the way to it hasn't been tested enough, even though 1 billion people, more than 1 billion people have gotten the vaccine. And the complication rate is ridiculous. And let's talk about, it hasn't been around long enough. Okay, so tell me how long enough is. No one has yet to give me an answer on that one. But is it legal for the government to mandate? Well, actually, it is, but there's an argument, much like the abortion argument. It's a legitimate argument on both sides, no question about it. And so this is a declaration that stands for freedom, according to a lot of people there. By the way, this is a purple area in the state. Other people in town saw it as just a reckless tantrum because of the ongoing pandemic. 73,000 Californians have died. And now let's go, where is Oroville? It's in Butte County. Population of 220,000. One of the state's lowest vaccination rates. 47% fully vaccinated compared with 64% in all of California. And to give you an idea, now we're going into, let's get vaccinated, let's not. Butte County's largest hospital has averaged 26 patients over the last week. There is one hospital in LA County that has done more than that. LA County is home to 10 million people. Butte County is home to 220,000 people. And every hospital in LA County but one has fewer patients that have contracted the disease. And this is one of the growing number of rural communities to label itself a sanctuary or a place otherwise exempt. Needles, you ever go to Las Vegas, you go through Needles, and you take, I think, the 15. It became a sanctuary city for the Second Amendment. Rebuking, saying no to California's gun control laws. Well, you really can't do that. Atwater and Coalinga, all of this is in Central Valley. Last year declared themselves a sanctuary city for business. And this has to do where the town declares all businesses essential, and they said we are not part of the state, the program. They lost emergency COVID funding, by the way, while they were doing that. And I bet you the people are just thrilled with that one. I sure would be. And as I said, Orville's the county seat of Butte County. It's purple. 36% of voters are Republicans. 35 are registered Democrats. 20 are independents. The county voted for President Trump in 2016 by a small margin and voted for Biden this last election by a small margin. However, the Butte County was largely supporting the recall of Newsom. So while COVID rates are going down in LA and San Francisco, the most inoculated, vaccinated area of California, guess what's happening in Butte and other rural areas? What do you think? The COVID rates have remained relatively high. So just wanted to share with you, and the mayor, Thompson, or the vice mayor, said, we want to have a conversation. Okay, let's open it up. And I think logic prevails unless you're dealing with people that don't look at logic, don't look at science. And there's the proof. I mean, right there. There are the numbers. You can't argue with that. All right, we're in the Zoom era where we're having those Zoom conversations and meetings. How to build stronger relationships. And by the way to build it, the major way to build it, according to researchers, and there's a lot of science here, you will never guess. Guarantee you'll never guess the number one way to really build relationships.
Hug more.
It's hard to hug when you're on Zoom. You hug the screen. Yeah.
Kiss to the screen.
Wow. No, that's not the answer. Jennifer, would you like to give us some news?
All right. It looks like President Biden's ready to release more emergency oil reserves to lower gas prices. The nation's top global energy security advisor says that'll happen again if the need arises. A mandatory ban on burning wood indoors and outdoors has been extended through tonight because of a high forecast of air pollution. The South Coast Air Quality Management District says the ban affects the South Coast Air Basin, which is non-desert portions of Riverside, San Bernardino, and LA counties, as well as all of OC. And Michigan Wolverines coach Jim Harbaugh is stepping up to help his athletic department staffers who had to take a pay cut during the COVID-19 pandemic. He got a $500,000 bonus for winning the Big Ten East and gave it all to the staffers. We're looking at your ride with DKFI in the sky next.
Rate subject to change without notice. Certain restrictions and minimum loan amount requirements apply. 60% LTV and 620 FICO score. Subject to credit approval by refinancing your existing loan. Your total finance charges may be higher over the life of the loan. NMLS 3290. Loans made or arranged pursuant to California Financing Law License number 6036970. Equal housing number.
We asked for a holiday song. Walking through your home with a brand new sparkly rate. You got a new home loan that's really, really great. In California, your bank account is bright. What fun it is to save with Untitled Refi. A home loan, the 1.99 rate. Oh, what fun it is to save Untitled today. Lock in a 1.99% fixed rate in APR. That's just 1.99%. Call Untitled at 800-918-6200. That's 800-918-6200. 800-918-6200. Or visit Intellaloan.com. Intellaloan. Borrowed smart.
Staples Connect has full savings on the hottest holiday tech. Right now on Novo iPad 5E with Intel i7 processor is just $49.99.
6451.
Each store only offers install for limited while supplies last. Staples Connect are working
Just a year, excellent. Yes, oh, Daddy's in the hospital, so that maybe tomorrow. Lord, yes, TV. To make it do so. It includes Power 6, G series, and the variable 65. Pass. Leather upholstery. Leather upholstery. Leather upholstery. Leather upholstery. Alright, it's a cruiser. I'll try it. I don't know how to say. Try. Yeah. It includes special races they use, wall dispensers, and pacer films. It includes I can use brain attack. The following finishes are recorded.
Having just been redesigned last year, the 2011 BMW Z4 S-Drive 35i Roadster continues to beckon drivers with the pleasure of open-air driving, protecting its occupants from wind and weather with a versatile retractable hardtop.
Precisely rendered creases and character lines define the elegant exterior, from the integrated LED indicators atop its headlights back to the crisply executed taillights. The Z4 communicates athleticism and poise. Wheels measuring either 18 or 19 inches in diameter furnish the chiseled fender arches, gluing the Z4 to the pavement.
Experience sensational Napa leather upholstery on available M Sport seats with high-performance bolsters. Crank up the volume on the premium audio system, or take advantage of Bluetooth smartphone integration. Optional navigation keeps you on the intended course, and comprehensive safety, including active knee protection, ensures a secure driving experience.
Power is derived from a 300-horse turbocharged inline 6-cylinder engine attached to a standard 6-speed manual transmission. The optional 7-speed dual-clutch gearbox shifts manually via steering wheel controls or the gear selector lever. Adaptive M suspension reduces ride height to enhance control and agility.
Perfection meets precision. The 2011 BMW Z4 S-Drive 35i delivers the optimal blend of sporty dynamics
passenger comfort, and intriguing style.
Perfect desire, time desire, interior desire, teacher. Most desire, excuse. Power guard, has a stick which processes it. Seven, eight, strong heart. Journey. Right. So, that's it, Bernard. Grammars do not involve the ornament area is based on multi-community. I don't know. Yeah. When do you plan to come back? Wow. Wait. Electric version. Take it seriously, please. There's our survivors. But doesn't have to refuse to compromise anything to move. This is not it. Wait, sorry. Please, I am bothered like here. Come and pay before you do it. Big Rosen. Listen to her. Listen to her. Listen to her. Yes, you put it. Okay, Chris. Now you know it's just as hard as it is. Wait. Yes, it's right. Wow. Wait. Come over. Wait. These roses. Me. Great. That's it. Come over. Wait. Where's that? No, that's there. Let's see. These roses. Come over. Is it? Oh, you know that, huh? You see that? This is very simple. This is very simple. Whatever. If you know it is time to serve it. Doesn't work. Where is it? Hey, crap. I was running. Hey, crap.